Hi, I'm Amy Corrado, and welcome to the Irish Field Stable Stories. In this episode, I paid a visit to Tony Mullins' yard in Gowran, County Kilkenny. As a jockey, Tony would have been best known as the regular rider of Don Run, who was trained by his father Paddy, until he was jocked off for John Joe O'Neill. As a trainer, Princess Zoe has been his greatest success, winning the Prix du Gowran in 2020 and the Sagaro Stakes in 2021. First up, I got to ride out a horse called Glendine Billy who was preparing for a run the next day. Tony rode out with us for this lot, and it was nice to ride out with him again as he taught me how to ride racehorses almost 10 years ago. You can actually see the stands of Gowran Park Racecourse from Tony's gallops, and when there's racing on you can hear the commentary from the yard. Glendine Billy was very chilled out, so I had a nice ride around with him. Once I'd taken care of Glendine Billy and turned him out into the field, I followed the lads over to the gallops for their next lot. After watching the horses canter with Tony, I had a chat with him about the horses he's got in training and the history of his yard.
Well, the history is, I suppose, I bought this place around the month that Don Run won the Gold Cup. It was in or around that month or two, and we've been steadily building it ever since, and hoping to get top class horses. And here and there we had a couple of very good horses. Obviously, Princess Zoe was the best, But we had a few Grade 1 winners and champion bumper winner with lads in the past, So.
And have you got any in at the moment that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, well, we've sort of made a bit of a switch to the flat because this is actually a nice Palace Pier colt, 2-year-old. He's probably going to take the autumn, but I'd say he's well bred and I think he'll do a job. We have a Calyx filly called Enchanted Garden who'll be running shortly. I think she's a good mare. In the small yard, it's nice to have two like that. And I have a new French horse there who's a chaser, or hopefully he'll be a chaser. Letos is his name. So to have 3 or 4 out of about 15 or 16, it's good. Or we're happier. than we were the last couple of years. We had very ordinary horses.
And as a jockey as well, you would have had quite a successful career. What would be highlights from that?
Well, sure, I mean, Dawn Run was just completely out on her own, you know. To the day she won the match in Punchestown was one of the great days in Irish racing, you know, and I was just lucky enough to be on her. And they won the French champion hurl on her. And then I suppose being champion jockey and dividing it with Frank Berry, could you believe how long ago was that? And so I've had a great career in racing all my life. Never did anything else.
And did you always want to get into training then eventually and take on after your father?
No. No, I ended up training because I got a lot of back trouble, and I certainly loved riding much more. The excitement of riding winners was unbelievable. But now, you know, I get a great thrill out of training, and when Princess Zoe won her Group 1 in Paris, you know, it was an unbelievable day. And when she was second in the Ascot Gold Cup, you know, huge days like that make it worth it.
This is Enchanted Garden, a 4-year-old filly by Calix. We took her and Barry's Rock to Daninga Gallops for a piece of work in preparation for her seasonal reappearance at Leopardstown, which she won. Finally, I spoke to ex-jockey and long-time staff member Nol English about his time working with Tony.
Hello, I'm Nol English, and I previously worked for Paddy Mullins for 23 years, and now I'm with his son Tony for the last 10 years. Tony was always a great character. All the boys were, Willie, Tony, George, Tom. Great place to work. Was going up there at a young age, at 10 years of age, riding ponies with them anyway. Went to school with Tom, so we were always very close. The boss gave me a licence when I was 16 years of age because I was so light. I was 6 stone 4 on my first ride in the Phoenix Park. Finished 5th. Then I went later on to ride 5 winners for Paddy, and I rode 2 spare winners as well, one for Andrew McNamara and one for Andrew McGuinness. Princess Zoe would have been great days altogether because she won a Group 1 and it was Tony's first Group 1 winner. Lovely mare, easy deal with, and at the moment we've some lovely young horses there. Litas I really like, and there's another couple of young horses as well that haven't ran yet, and we're looking forward to those.
Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for the next instalment of the Irish Field Stable Stories.